welcome to the Art of Artisan. Today we are going to be going to Historic for I think the first time on my channel, and we are going to be playing an infinite life combo deck. So, the core of our deck, what makes it work, is this Famished Paladin and Lurking Roper. Both of these have pretty much the same text of they don't untap during your untap step, but whenever they gain life, they untap. This actually lets us do a couple of infinite combos. So the first one, the simplest one I think, is Soul Warden or a Johnny's Welcome and Presence of Gond, enchanting one of our untappers. Presence of Gond, we can tap our creature to make a 1/1 elf warrior, and then Soul Warden or a Johnny's Welcome triggers and gains us a life, and then this untaps, and then we can tap it again, and it will create a creature which gains us a life, which untaps it, so we can tap it again to make a creature. So we can make an infinite number of creatures and gain infinite life with that combo. The other combo is a more direct kill. We need to give Famished Paladin or Lurking Roper lifelink, either with Rune of Sustenance or with Leonin Sanctifier, which can give it to the card while it's in our hand. This is one of the more powerful new additions since this combo first came out. And Sorcerer's Wand lets us tap our creature to deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. So if we get a Sorcerer's Wand on a life-linking Paladin, then we tap it, it deals 1 damage to the player, and then it untaps itself because we gained a life. So you can just infinitely ping your opponent for 1 damage and kill them that way. Now this is a hard combo to set up. Both of these are 3-piece combos. So we've got Forerunner of the Legion to help us find a Famished Paladin. We've got Heliod's Pilgrim. This can find Rune of Sustenance, Presence of Gond, or a Johnny's Welcome, which means we can fairly consistently find those pieces when we need them. And then we've got Bala Ged Recovery as a way to get back Famished Paladin or Lurking Roper if it ever dies. And lastly, we've got a little bit of protection for our creatures. Outset of Life's Bounty can give it protection from a color, Sajiri Shelter, protection from a color, and a basic land base. And that is Wand and Gond, our 2 combos with our untappers, Historic Life Infinities. I haven't played this deck in quite a bit. I have no idea how well it's going to do, so let's get to the games and find out. Going into game 1 with our 0 rare deck, hoping to beat Sakura Poa. In this hand, not going to keep it. We have 8 copies of Untappers in our deck, but that's just, we need one to win, so we're just going to have to mulligan for it. This hand has quite a few draws that make it go infinite, so I guess we keep it. We go first. I'm gonna dump this Plains. And if we need Sajiri Shelter to be a land, it can be a land. If we don't, it can be protection. Okay, Sorcerer's Wand, that is one of our better draws here. So we'll run out Soul Warden and Sorcerer's Wand. If our opponent is familiar with this deck at all, they should already know what we're up to, which is a little bit dangerous for us. We generally don't want our opponent to know what we're doing. Okay, our opponent's on Elves or Ramp. Probably Ramp. Although this is not a very good Ramp card. Oh, Presence of Gond. Okay, we're set up to go infinite in multiple different ways. We will put Rune of Sustenance on our Sorcerer's Wand. Draw a card. Soul Warden. Golgari Locket. Okay, so they're definitely Ramp. Some sort of black-green Ramp deck. We'll just play Lurking Roper, see if our opponent knows that we have an infinite combo in hand. Or we have an infinite combo on the board. So our opponent needs to do something about it. Although if they can only kill the Sorcerer's Wand, we do have the Presence of Gond combo as well. But Sorcerer's Wand is better because it gives our opponent no chance to just wrath our board. We have to hope they don't have removal or that they're going to tap out. Please tap out, opponent. Oh, they're hovering over the roper. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Okay, we'll sacrifice Soul Warden. And I think we win the game. Equip this to Lurking Roper. We also had the Presence of Gone combo, but this should do it. And I'll probably skip this part in the video. You can hear me talking real fast. Fast forward mode. Yada yada. Opponent's gonna make us go through it. Lots of fun, I know. Just a quick thought. I don't think you should ever force people to play out their combos. Because if we were playing in paper, you could just say, I do this loop 50 times. And your opponent goes, okay, well, I'm dead. But forcing someone to play it just because we're on the digital format seems a little bit cruel. And I know a lot of people on here don't like combos, but if you don't like combos, I guess that's something that I'm okay with you not liking them, but you shouldn't try to like punish people or whatever you're thinking by forcing them to click through their combo. I mean, they won fair and square. Making them waste their time, making both of you waste your time is not really a good solution to something that you don't like. And in fact, sometimes when I do something good and my opponent starts roping, they're just sitting there doing nothing and they're trying to punish me, I'm just sitting there reveling in it. I'm like, let's go. I got my opponent that salty. All right. And that's game one in the bag. Pretty decisive victory. We had multiple lines for the combo. We had Forerunner of the Legion in hand as a backup Famished Paladin or whatever. And our opponent just never really got to get off the ground before we comboed him out. On to game two. Game two. Playing against Richie Rich 777. And our hand is golden. We need green mana, but everything else about this is very, very good. If we draw a green source over the next couple turns, we probably will win on like turn 3. Let's play out Soul Warden. I like playing out Soul Warden first, even though it's more fragile, because I want my opponent to spend removal spells on Soul Warden before Famished Paladin gets down. Juka Bog, okay. That makes me think our opponent's doing some sort of slow, grindy control deck, and that is what we wanted to see. Okay. We're just going to run it out and hope. We'll pretend like we're a deck that cares about dealing damage to our opponent. Swing in with the Soul Warden. Hope our opponent goes to remove it instead of the Famished Paladin. Like, if they remove it, that's still an issue. Like the Soul Warden, because then we're a turn behind. Oh, that's it. Okay, Presence of Gond on Famished Paladin. Next, attack with Soul Warden. And do we combo off now? I think we combo off now. Even if our opponent like Meat Hook massacres us, that just means that we're both at infinite life. And if we're both at infinite life, then I think we're doing better because we can infinite combo again. And opponent scoops it up. Turn 3 combo on the play. That is hard for people to beat. Let's go to game 3. Game 3, playing against Moors. And our opening hand, not doing much. Let's see, this hand, ooh. We've got some good stuff going on here. I'm gonna keep it and hope we hit one of our 9 ways to get an untapper in our hand. I think I'm actually gonna dump Alcid. And we're just gonna start off by running out the Sorcerer's Wand, I think. Pass to you. Opponent on something green. Hopefully some sort of like Cocoa Ramp deck. Yes. We like to see these decks because they're trying to go big, but we're just going to go bigger, and oh yes, we are definitely going to go bigger. Okay, Soul Warden. Now it's going to be a bit of a slow combo this time because we have to Heliod's Pilgrim to find Rune of Sustenance, and then play Lurking Roper, and then we equip the next turn. Oh, is this Elementals? Blue-green Elementals. No blocks. We want our Lifegain. Okay. Heliod's Pilgrim. Going to search through our library for an aura. Specifically, we're going to want Rune of Sustenance in this case. I prefer this combo also in part because Sorcerer's Wand. Yikes, what was I just thinking? Oh yeah, also in part because Rune of Sustenance draws us a card. So it's a little bit better to go for this combo than the other one. And I'm going to run out Lurking Roper now, because next turn if I draw a land, I can Rune of Sustenance on Sorcerer's Wand and equip it in the same move. I'll swing it with Heliod's Pilgrim. Opponent takes it. I'm interested in what our opponent's doing. So far it looks like a very Artisan-friendly style deck. Tatyova. Okay, so this is just Simic Ramp. Very Artisan style. I like it, opponent. But if we draw land, we just win. So, sorry about that, opponent. What are they doing? They're swinging in. We'll take it. Sajiri Shelter, not the card we needed. Oh, but we might still get the card we need. Rune of Sustenance draws us Heliod's Pilgrim. Okay. We don't need to do that. We can hold up protection. Okay, yeah. So we hold up protection, and we combo off next turn. Now, if our opponent plays something like Zendikar's Royal this turn, they could have quite the crazy turn, but then we can just ping them to death. Ashaya draws the card, gets us a life. Oh man, this is cool. That's our first. Oh, I guess they also had the land, but that's the first non-artisan card in our opponent's deck. I'd love to make a Simic Ramp deck now. A Dryad of the Elysian Grove. We keep gaining life, and opponent's desperately digging for something, and they don't hit it. That is game. Yep. They draw a card. They get a card off of Tatyova. I suppose they get to play one more land because of Dryad of the Elysian Grove, and it's not going to cut it. Okay, I know that some people hate saying good game early, but if I say good game, then my opponent will be more likely to scoop. And I don't want to click through this combo. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, there we go. And we are 3-0. We've got the winning record already, and we are ranking up. Oh, this deck performing better than I expected for being such a janky combo. I think I've tanked my MMR so much since the last time I played this that we're just cruising through people. Well, on to game number 4. Game number 4. Beals needs to get ready to get infinited on. We have a great hand that's got combo set up for everything except for the untapper. But I think we keep it. Like, we've just got so much good stuff going on in this hand besides having an untapper that I think we can't send it back. Planes for the opponent, and we got the untapper. Okay, so Leon and Sanctifier. Going to turn our Famished Paladin into a lifelinker. Hopefully our opponent is not doing something very controlling. White-black. Knight of Malice. Hexproof from white. Okay. Yeah, did not expect to see that card today. So we'll just Famished Paladin. Put our opponent to the test. Can they kill us this turn or kill our Famished Paladin? It looks like our opponent's maybe a Knight deck. Knights would be white-black, maybe red as well. Okay. No blocks, for obvious reasons. And oh my goodness, they exiled the wrong creature. They exiled the wrong creature. We win. Equip. And tap. 1 damage to you. That's a turn 4 combo again. Oh man. This deck is actually good. Maybe our opponent's just bad, but that is game. Are we going to go undefeated with the janky infinite combo deck? Let's get to game 5. Let's see. Game 5. Tino Bob. Prepare to meet your doom. I'm slowly turning more and more evil as I combo off with this deck. It's so good. Not like the deck's good, but it's just... I don't know why I enjoy infinite combos. This hand. Lots of redundancy, but we are missing 1 combo piece. And it's the hardest combo piece to find. Presence of the Gond. 8 copies in the deck. 42 cards in the deck. That's 1 in 5 that combos us off. Is not enough. We got to mulligan for something better. Like this. There we go. Okay, Heliod's Pilgrim, we do not need you. Sorcerer's Wand, maybe we did need her. We'll just run this out. Here go opponent. And our opponent's on green-white, which means they probably don't have interaction for what we're doing. Oh, never mind, they're not on green-white. They're on something whack. Johnny's Welcome. Sorcerer's Wand. Pass to you. Alright, red. Green, white, red has slightly more chance of having a sweeper of some sort. Oh, ramp. We are just running against all the ramp players and outpacing the heck out of them. Okay, Lurking Roper. Next turn, we go infinite. Unless our opponent has removal, we go infinite. Okay, Dina Soul Steeper. Oh, wow, they're 4-color. Are they 4-color Lifegain? Is that what this is? No, don't look at our Lurking Roper like that. What? No, we are not blocking that. We are not going to lose our Lurking Roper to some random 1-cost card that's going to blow us out. Okay, here we go. Presence of Gond on our Lurking Roper. Opponent has nothing, it would appear. You have the ability. You like on taps. You have the ability. You like on taps. Okay, now we're pretty good. I think we won this game. And that puts us at 5-0 with Lurking Roper in a historic deck. I love it. Uniting together. Okay, so it looks like our opponent has something up their sleeve or some reason keep playing this game. They probably need some life when we opens. I'm gonna run out their timeout. Okay, I ran out their timeout and I'll call it good from here. And this is why we really want the... I'm actually gonna swing in now. This is why we really want to do the combo with the Sorcerer's Wand as well, is sometimes our opponent might just have like a Wrath, and we have to redo the entire combo next turn. Okay, and we'll untap it with Soul Warden. Whereas she's known when you have Cleric class down, Swole Warden. Opponent's turn, Soul Warden. Okay, I've got to do this now, just in case. I've got to get a little bit more. I can't let the opponent gain enough life. They could gain a decent amount of life here if I start tapping Lurking Roper with their own Soul Warden. So we have to do this now before they can start gaining life. Okay, gain some life. Make another token. Okay, an opponent scoops it up. Oh, and that's why you concede if you don't have an answer. Because otherwise, I have to do it for a long time. I don't know, they could have Cinderclasm, and it's going to be important that I have 50 life. But we did it. That's a 5-0 with the dumbest deck idea ever. I mean, it's not a dumb deck idea, but trying to combo off without rares. Pretty impressive that we did so well. Easy 5-0 with a small caveat. We saw opponents with removal only like twice, I think, out of our 5 games. We saw a removal spell, and our opponents did not point removal spells at the right things. Actually, I think we only had 1 game with a removal spell in it, and our opponent pointed it at the wrong thing. We had the combo on the board, so that shouldn't have happened. But the deck ran really well. I'd expect this deck to lose to itself occasionally, but there's just so many different ways to get the combo into tutor pieces with Heliod's Pilgrim that it's surprisingly consistent. So, as far as the sideboard for this goes, I really think this is a best of one only deck. If your opponent figures out what's going on, then you are far less likely to win. And if your opponent brings removal, then you really need to wait till like turn 6 when you can play Lurking Roper and hold up Sajiri Shelter and Alset of Life's Bounty. You need a lot more protection, and it's just a lot less realistic. Although there is one funny thing you can do with this, and that's turn the deck into just a generic Lifegain deck. You can cut out like the Heliod's Pilgrims, the Presence of Gone, and throw in like Ajani's Pridemates in your sideboard. So that's one funny thing you can do with the deck, but definitely a best of one deck. As far as changes I'd make to it, I don't think I'd make any. Rune of Sustenance is a one-of for Heliod's Pilgrim to find, I think is the perfect amount. Sajiri Shelter coming in as a tap land was a bit painful, but we also saw it protect our Lurking Roper for 1 turn. I mean, our opponent didn't try to kill it, but we were able to hold it up and be extra safe. Overall, just the deck list is good. I suggest you take it out for a spin. Don't expect to go 5-0. Expect to run into opponents who are actually running interaction, and you'll cry. But if you want to quickly grind out wins and learn a bit more about the historic metagame just by playing against the historic queue, then this is a great deck to just run in, very cheap. And with that, please like and subscribe. Subscription, liking, they're completely free for you to do, and they actually help me and they help other people because a lot of people want to play Magic but think it's too expensive. So this channel is a good way to get people into Magic without them having to spend a bunch on a staple deck. And with that, I hope you all enjoy Budget Magic and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.